The Siaya Governor James Orengo has released an electric night message that has got people off guard, sending panic to William Samoei Ruto. Welcome to Kenya Lens Media, where we bring you news updates as they break. And kindly, if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now, Siaya Governor James Orengo has vowed that the Linda Mwananchi movement will not back down following the arrest and subsequent release on bail of activist Evans Kidero Jasuba Kawala. In a statement issued on Wednesday, May 28th, 2026, Orengo accused the government of targeting critics and described the arrest as politically motivated. The arrest, however, has been defended by the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, which says the suspect was linked to inflammatory public utterances considered dangerous to national cohesion and stability. The arrest of Evans Kidero Jasuba Kawala has quickly become another flashpoint in Kenya's increasingly heated political environment. What began as a police operation against a vocal online figure has now evolved into a wider political debate touching on freedom of expression, state authority, and dissent. At the center of the unfolding controversy is James Orengo, a long-time opposition figure and senior political voice within the country. Speaking through a statement shared on his official X account, Orengo maintained that the members of the Linda Mwananchi movement would continue standing together despite pressure and intimidation. He said that the government remained firm after what he termed the politically motivated arrest of Kawala, and according to the governor, a legal intervention led by Embakasi East Member of Parliament Babu Wino contributed to securing the release of that activist on bail. Orengo also praised supporters affiliated with the Bunge la Wananchi movement for turning up in large numbers during court proceedings in what he described as a strong show of solidarity. Images and online updates shared throughout the day showed supporters gathering around court premises and expressing support for the detained activist. And in his statement, James Orengo said that as Linda Mwananchi, we refuse to back down. We stood shoulder to shoulder with Evans Kidero Jasuba Kawala today following his politically motivated arrest. Led by Comrade Babu Wino, our legal team took the fight to court and also successfully secured his bail. Massive respect to the Bunge la Wananchi family for showing up and standing strong for their own. That is James Orengo speaking through a statement in X, expressing his feeling about the arrest of Jasuba. The developments added fresh momentum to a growing political conversation around activism, online speech, and state response to criticism. For supporters of the Linda Mwananchi movement, the arrest symbolized what they view as an increasing pressure against voices critical of government policies. For security agencies, however, the matter is being treated as a question of public safety and also national stability, and the Directorate of Criminal Investigation says Kawala was arrested as a person of interest linked to inflammatory public utterances circulating widely across social media platforms. And in a statement released on Wednesday, 2026 May 27th, the investigative agency said the content in question was considered highly inciting and posed a serious threat to public cohesion. The agency further indicated that detectives had moved in after the material gained widespread online attention, and while the DCI did not publicly disclose the full details of the alleged remarks, the statement signaled a concern within security circles over the role of social media in spreading inflammatory content. The case has therefore placed two competing national concerns side by side. On one hand, the constitutional right to free expression and also political criticism. On the other hand, the responsibility of authorities to present and also prevent speech that could threaten public peace or national stability. That tension has become increasingly visible in Kenya's political and digital landscape, and as social media platforms continue shaping public debate, authorities have faced mounting pressure to balance civil liberties with the security concerns, and political activists and opposition figures have repeatedly accused the state of using arrests and also intimidation to silence criticism. Government agencies, meanwhile, have defended investigations into online speech they consider dangerous or capable of inciting unrest. For Governor Orengo, the matter appears deeply political. Days before Kawala's release, the Siaya governor had strongly criticized the government over the activist's arrest, and in an earlier statement issued on Tuesday, May 26, 2026, Orengo accused the administration of abducting the activist because of his criticism of President William Ruto's government. The governor argued that Kawala was being targeted for speaking against those in power, and further suggested that actions against critics reflected political intolerance, and those remarks quickly attracted national attention, especially given Orengo's standing as one of Kenya's most vocal political veterans. And throughout his political career, Orengo has frequently positioned himself as a defender of the constitutional freedoms, civil rights, and also democratic space. His involvement therefore elevated the case from the isolated arrest into a broader political issue. At the same time, supporters linked to Bunge la Wananchi networks used the social media and public gatherings to express solidarity with Kawala. For many of them, the arrest represented more than one individual case, and it became a symbol of resistance, activism, and also right to challenge authority openly. Outside court buildings, chants, placards, and online messages reflected growing frustration among sections of youth activists who believe dissenting voices are increasingly coming under pressure. Yet, even as supporters framed the arrest as political persecution, security agencies continued insisting that the matter involved potentially dangerous public statements, and Kenya has in the past experienced periods where inflammatory rhetoric contributed to tension and instability. That history often shapes how authorities respond to speech viewed as provocative or inciting. Legal experts say cases involving online expression continue to present difficult questions for democratic societies, and the challenge often lies to determining whether free speech ends and harmful incitement begins. And in Kenya, the debate has become more urgent as political conversations increasingly shift online. Platforms such as X, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube now play a major role in shaping national discourse, mobilizing supporters, and also spreading political messaging at high speed. As a result, statements made online can quickly influence public mood far beyond traditional political rallies, and the arrest of Kawala therefore reflects a wider reality about modern politics in Kenya. Political battles are no longer fought only in parliament, rallies, or television studios. They are also now being unfolded daily across smartphones and social media timelines. That is all for today from Kenya Lens Media, where we bring you news updates as they break. And kindly, if you are new here, consider subscribing, liking, and sharing our content. Hit the notification bell so that you can be receiving notifications each and every time we bring you a new content.